A bold move that stalled before it even began, and an explosive name that, despite shining, was left out where no one expected. In Detroit, the action behind the scenes is just as intense as the battles on the field. Big names came into play, surprising ideas emerged, but not everything went the way fans had hoped. And now, some major voices are questioning the future of a key piece. Hit that like button and find out why things are heating up behind the scenes in Detroit. Well, check this out. The Lions tried to shake up the way the NFL organizes the playoffs, but ended up pulling the plug before it even came to a vote. The idea was simple, but bold. Replace the current system that automatically gives home field advantage to any division winner, even those with mediocre records, with a system that seeds teams strictly based on regular season performance. In other words, win more games, earn home field. Division standing wouldn't matter. But before the team owners even gathered in Minneapolis to vote on the idea, Detroit had already realized there wasn't enough support and withdrew the proposal. NFL Network reported that the idea might come up again in the future, especially if the league moves toward that much-discussed 18-game schedule. As it stands today, all 4 division winners in each conference get home playoff games, which sometimes creates awkward matchups. Take last season, for example. The Vikings went 14-3, but since the Lions went 15-2 and topped the NFC North, Minnesota became a wild card and had to fly across the country to face the Rams, who won the NFC West with a 10-7 record. Yes, the Rams had a worse record, but they got to play at home and still won. And that wasn't an isolated case. In the 2023 postseason, the Eagles 11-6 finished second in the NFC East and had to travel to Tampa to face the Buccaneers 9-8. Once again, a better team was forced to play on the road just because they didn't win their division. The Lions wanted only the division winner with the best record in each conference to earn home field advantage. Everyone else would be seeded purely by performance. But for now, that idea goes back into the drawer. Do you think the Lions should have pushed harder for playoff reform? Because the Jamel Williams situation is sparking even more controversy. The tensions in Detroit are starting to rise when it comes to Jamel Williams' future, and sharp-tongued radio host Mike Valente wasted no time pouring fuel on the fire. The wide receiver just wrapped up his first 1,000-yard season, has the speed to torch any secondary in the league, and still didn't make Pro Football Focus's list of the top 25 players under 25. His absence raised quite a few eyebrows, while guys like Penei Sewell, who topped the list, Brian Branch, Kirby Joseph, Jahmyr Gibbs, and Sam Laporta earned the elite young core label, Jamo was left in limbo. And that's where Valente came in. Do the Lions truly see Williams as part of their long-term plans, or are they already preparing to move on? Let's not forget Detroit traded away a bunch of third-round picks to snag Arkansas receiver Isaac Taslea, who GM Brad Holmes described as his favorite pick in the draft. Coincidence? Or is it a sign that Williams might be on the way out? His rookie contract runs through 2026, and Detroit already picked up his 5th-year option, meaning it'll cost them over $20 million to keep him. But with a tighter cap and other rising stars demanding space, that price tag has become a real dilemma. With St. Brown, Gibbs, and Laporta already commanding attention from Jared Goff in the passing game, Williams could find himself as the 3rd or even 4th option. So the real question is it worth opening the vault for a guy who might not even be central to the offense? Valente didn't hold back with his final point. If Branch, Laporta, and Gibbs are priorities, Jamo could turn out to be the weak link. And with money getting tight and Taslea waiting in the wings, Detroit's front office might be getting ready to make a cold, calculated decision. The next season will tell us a lot, and Detroit is facing a crucial crossroads. If Jamison wants to secure his spot in this promising young core, he'll have to bring more than just highlight plays. He'll have to prove he's worth every penny. Detroit tried to be bold behind the scenes, and now they face a high-stakes decision on the field. If Jamison doesn't take the leap, he could become trade bait. Subscribe so you don't miss the next chapter in the Lions' ongoing drama.